a little bit about the relationship between social media and retail media. Friends, foes, partners, converging?
Such a good question. There's so many different business models cropping up. It's really hard to figure out how, are we frenemies, are we friends, exactly. At Pinterest, we're pretty crisp on this. We want to be a retailer's best friend. We're not competing. We don't want to take a percentage of the cut. We don't want to, start to edge in on their turf. We send them really powerful, highly qualified traffic because pinners come to us with so much shopping intent. 50% of our shoppers say they come primarily to shop. And so then we give them ideas on who to shop from and what to buy, and we pass them off to the retailer to do their thing and convert them, fulfill, own the customer file. So pretty clear on that, yeah.
So talk to me, I know your CEO was on stage yesterday.
Yeah.
Talk a little bit about this notion of rediscovering the joy of shopping.
Oh, I love this. If anyone didn't see Bill Ready, I'll do a poor man's version of telling his story. But I just think when we look back on the last 20 years, e-commerce was fun. It was new. We were figuring out how do you buy things online that you used to do in store. It was the wild, wild west. But we kind of sucked the joy out of that. It all became you only could buy online what you knew you really specifically wanted. You lost the joy of window shopping and of discovery. Bill on stage yesterday kind of equated it to the Great Bazaar in Turkey. I remember going there with my mom in my 20s, and you're wandering these aisles and you're like, oh my God, I didn't know I wanted earrings, but I see these earrings that I want. And we really kind of equate Pinterest to that digital bazaar and say, when retailers upload their product feeds to us and their catalogs to us, we then open up the eyes of a massive pinner user base to shop the bazaar and spark delight in them and discovery that they didn't know they wanted something. They wouldn't have known how to search for it, but they found it visually on Pinterest. So it's really fun. I think the next 20 years of e-commerce will be going up funnel and to spark that joy again in a way that we lost a little of the magic in the last 20 years.
So relatedly, talk to me a little bit about inspiration you're seeing out in the world in terms of formats or opportunities for consumers to engage in new ways that you guys are bringing to life at Pinterest.
Yeah. It's endlessly interesting, right? Like you will always find new shopping behaviors. It's constantly changing. One thing we've seen pretty interesting over the last 6 months, we have an in-house incubation team called 220, very cool team. They launched a new app at the end of last year called Shuffles. New to the world, it was top of the charts in the App Store. Gen Z loved it. It's essentially creating collage boards. It's what Pinterest would have been if Pinterest was created this year instead of back in 2010. And it gives you more functionality. Instead of, Pinterest has become pretty organized with boards, and now we're blowing that up. We want to pull in some of the Shuffles functionality into our native app, and it lets people cut out images, use stickers, really pull in what a room could look like, an outfit could look like in a much more dynamic way than we've let them in the past. And it's really saying, what we built at Pinterest was exciting and creative and still is for a lot of users, but this whole nascent Gen Z group that's shopping and ideating in different ways, and we're really honoring that and pretty excited to fold a lot of these new use cases into the core app.
Cool. That is very inspirational.
Yeah.
I think you also had some thoughts on how we need to sort of bring back some of the magic in how we work.
Yeah. Okay, so this is interesting. We've been talking to partners about this here, at Shop Talk in Vegas, but rightfully so, in a tough macroeconomic environment, we're all obsessed with making sure every ad dollar works. The CFO has to give a CMO permission to spend and understand that that dollar is working for them. But I think in part because of that environment, in part because of working remotely over the pandemic, we've all gotten a little obsessed with proving efficacy, proving efficiency. At Pinterest, we believe in that. We will never move away from that. We're really efficient and we drive incrementality that's usually unparalleled across other platforms. But we've lost a little bit of that magic of let's run our ad business, make it really efficient and a well-oiled machine, and then keep thinking bigger picture about product innovation. What's the consumer doing? Customer centricity. We have so many shared customers with big retailers and with Pinterest. What are we seeing that we can build on together and kind of keep future-proofing the business, not just getting caught up in looking at every single, last click, CPC, CPM efficiency. Room for both, but we can't myopically focus on one without the other. So I think we're delighted to have inspirational conversations here and get back to that big picture thinking as well.